sports.
We are Baltimore. We are San Diego.
The duel in the desert wrapping up today. The Padres in Arizona looking to avoid the sweep. Gorgeous afternoon for baseball. Seth Smith ready to go. He'll be hitting third for Buddy Black today on this road trip. Comes in at a .321 clip. He'll be in left field against the Diamondbacks. David Peralta, young star in right field, 5 for 15 versus the Padres this season. 2 for 8 in the series so far. This is the third and final game underneath the roof at Chase Field, inside the confines here. Padres and Diamondbacks. The Padres lost the first alongside Mark Sweeney. I'm Mike Pomeranz. Dick Enberg, Mark Grant have the day off. Tough one last night. The Padres down 2-0. They claw their way back into this thing, make it a 2-2 ball game, and lose on a 3-run home run by Didi Gregorius. In the end, I guess, Mark, you could say it was a tale of 2 strikes.
Yeah, 2 strikes and big opportunities for both clubs. And if we take a look at it, Solarte got behind Oliver Perez, who came in having a lot of success against right-handers. Solarte gets 0-2, and then the mistake pitch comes. He ends up tying the ball game with a huge RBI, 2 RBI single that put the Padres in a position to win the game. Then the following inning, Didi Gregorius comes up against Kevin Quackenbush. He gets down 2 strikes, fights off a couple hard, tough pitches, and then gets a mistake over the middle of the plate, elevated, and a different ball game and a backbreaker for the San Diego Padres.
So here we are on the third and final game of the series. It's going to be the right-hander Chase Anderson going against Ian Kennedy, the former Diamondback. And while Ian Kennedy's had a pretty good season overall for San Diego, he's had his difficulty since leaving the Diamondbacks and coming to the Padres against his old team.
Sometimes that can be very difficult, facing your former teammates, the awareness of what they have and it getting in your head, because you look at Ian Kennedy, he has the stuff to dominate every lineup in the big leagues because you have out pitches. The last time out against the Dodgers, not very good. 5 innings, 5 earned runs, and Ian Kennedy looks to bounce back, and that's what you usually get from Ian Kennedy. Today, the importance of going against your former team and also coming off a mediocre start. I look for good things from Ian Kennedy today.
So it's Kennedy against Anderson. When we come back ahead of first pitch, we're going to talk to last night's starter, Andrew Cashner. He was the headline. He kept the Padres in Game 2, and you're going to hear from the big right-hander as he assesses his performance. All that and a whole lot more, plus the first pitch, coming up in moments. Between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Game 2, it was Andrew Cashner, fresh off his return from the disabled list. Here are his thoughts on his performance.
I felt great. Just, the first inning I thought, I was a little too excited, a little amped. But, I thought I competed well tonight. I didn't feel like I commanded really anything. I thought, I gave us a chance to win. But I thought I'm a better pitcher than the way I showed tonight. But, it was a good step in the right direction.
That's our Geico quote of the game. When we come back, first pitch as the Padres try to avoid the sweep and earn Buddy Black his 600th career win. GMC. See why incredible thinking is everywhere. Visit your local GMC dealer today. By Petco, the power of together. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. The boys are ready to go today. As Buddy Black looks for win number 600 in his career. Before the game, though, Baxter, the Diamondbacks mascot, which we still don't understand why it's not a snake. Evan Cabrera and Alexi Amarista, Reimer Liriano having a little fun, Mark.
Yeah, and Cabrera's got a good hold on him. There he goes. Amarista signing Baxter's jersey.
Oh, now he's ready. So they're ready to square off today here in the desert as the Padres hope to avoid the sweep. Check out Buddy Black's lineup on this Sunday. Brought to you by Toyota. Yangervis Solarte will lead off. Had a big hit yesterday. 2 RBI single to tie the ball game. Reimer Liriano will bat second. He'll be in right field. Seth Smith is your left fielder. Yasmani Grandal getting the start at first base. Rene Rivera will catch. Cameron Maybin at center. Chris Nelson at third base. Alexi Amarista the shortstop. And Ian Kennedy will pitch today.
Well, here's our scouting report on Mr. Chase Anderson. Typical right-hander, fastball, curveball change. And the interesting thing, he has more success against left-handed hitters. 190 against left-handed hitters, 321. And 12 home runs he's given up on the year. 9 have come from the right-handed hitters.
Yangervis Solarte is going to lead off. Keep that in mind. He is a switch hitter, so we'll see which side of the plate he elects to hit from against Chase Anderson. Behind Anderson today, Alfredo Marte is in left field. Ender Inciarte is the center fielder. David Peralta in right. Jake Lamb, Didi Gregorius, Aaron Hill, and Mark Trumbo around the horn. And Miguel Montero catches young Mr. Anderson today. defense brought to you by Honda. And we're underway. First pitch to Solarte, taken for a strike, and Solarte electing to hit left-handed against Anderson. And apparently makes the right choice.
Yeah, I love that. Average going up for left-handed hitters, and what a beautiful approach by Solarte.
So Yangervis Solarte gets things going quickly. Second pitch of the ball game.
Yeah, work in the middle of the field, and it's pull side and also up the middle for left-handed hitters. They have to do that. But you can see for Solarte getting that foot down and that short stroke up the middle. Nice hitting.
With Solarte aboard, Reimer Liriano will step in. He's in right field today. 0 for 3 in the series.
Oh, Mike, also for Chase Anderson, he's had a lot of success in the first inning. Only 179 batting average. So Solarte's single, hopefully that can change a trend, because very important for the Padres to get on top today.
Ball lifted back at first base. Trumbo will look it into the seats. For Anderson, he's making his 17th start. Gabe Morales behind the plate. Rob Drake over at first. Joe West, the crew chief, is at second base today, and Marty Foster is down the line at third.
Well, Mike, you see Liriano hitting second today, and I think that's pretty important. Bud Black inserting him in the second hole in front of Seth Smith, and I think they want to get him accustomed to looking for that fastball, get after the fastball with protection behind him. They're going to get a lot of them.
And he hammers this ball to left field. So Marte is up with it. Padres right away out of the box. Base hit by Solarte, and now another base hit by Reimer Liriano.
Well, case in point, getting that fastball by Liriano, and you can see him getting after it. That's a mistake up over the plate, and a beautiful swing. You see that approach. He's got that short stroke going. And you look at it, that's the same swing as his home run swing at Petco Park. Even though it's that hard line drive single, Padres are in business.
Here's Seth Smith. 0 for 4 in the series so far.
Well, Mike, we take a look at the side swing by Liriano. That short little leg kick, but short stroke long through the baseball, and this young man is getting a lot of opportunities now, and very impressive on both sides of the plate.
Ball went right through Montero's glove, it looked like.
Well, with a veteran catcher behind the plate and a rookie pitcher, I think he got crossed up there. They'll have a little conversation. You can see how he goes after this. Probably sitting changeup with a guy on second base. They use different signs. That's a fastball right over Montero's head. They got to get on the same page. See the shortstop Gregorius trying to see what signs they're going to use. The guy on second base, they'll use multiple signs. Maybe first sign after 2, first sign. Different ways to kind of disrupt the Padres from knowing what's coming.
So Montero charged with a pass ball. Solarte now at third base. Liriano down at second. 2 balls, no strikes to Seth Smith.
I wouldn't be surprised if Seth Smith sits on an off-speed pitch right here. Gets the changeup.
Now right man, right spot in Seth Smith. He has been the Padres' most productive player offensively the entire season.
You see with Anderson a lot of changeups. That's the reason why I think he's going to have success against left-handers, but not a lot of run. It's that side-to-side run with that arm side. Should be a pretty good approach for the Padres, looking out over the plate if you're left-handers and reacting in.
Count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So he goes 61% of the time to the fastball. And as Mark mentioned, the changeup is his primary number 2 pitch. His primary secondary, if you will. Bouncing ball in the shift. They'll only make one play. It'll be over to first base. So Smith is retired. Bouncing ball in the changeup. Solarte scores, and the Padres lead 1-0.
Just nice hitting by Seth Smith. The infield back, even on the shift, and getting ahead for the Padres. Very important, especially in this series. The Diamondbacks have been doing a nice job in the first couple innings.
Yasmani Grandal. And he hits this ball into right center field. It's got a lot underneath it. Inciarte, the longest part of the park.
Wow.
Sliding catch at the track. Nice catch, but Liriano easily able to tag and score. So Grandal does the job. But a phenomenal catch by the Diamondbacks center fielder on the track.
Tell you what, Mike, this young man, let's look at the swing from Grandal and a nice approach. Aggressive in the middle of the field, RBI situation. This looked like it had a chance of getting out. And Inciarte going a long way into making a sliding catch on the track for a sacrifice fly. Off the bat, I thought that was gone.
Couple outs, couple runs across. Here's Rene Rivera. And he hits this ball hard, but right at Inciarte. So Anderson not fooling anybody early. The Padres jump out in front, 2-0. Ian Kennedy facing his old team. 4th start against these guys since coming over in trade from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Trading deadline of last year. He's 1-1 with a 6.06 ERA in 3 starts. The Diamondbacks lineup today for Kirk Gibson. Ender Inciarte will lead off. Play center field. Aaron Hills at second base. David Peralta, Mark Trumbo, Miguel Montero, Alfredo Marte, Jake Lamb, who hit his first big league home run yesterday. Didi Gregorius doing the damage with a 3-run shot in yesterday's game. And Chase Anderson is the pitcher.
Well, here's the scouting report for Ian Kennedy, and put-away pitches. Did not have that strikeout pitch his last start against the Dodgers, and pitched with a chip on his shoulder. This is his former team. Haven't seen too much success. You talked about it, Mike. 1-1 record with a 6.06 ERA.
This will be Ian's second start against Arizona this season. Faced the Diamondbacks on May 3rd, went 5 innings, allowed 11 hits and 3 runs. And Mark, you mentioned it in the open. familiarity in this case has bred contempt.
Well, you understand Ian Kennedy can have that opportunity to change those numbers, especially today, coming off what he termed a mediocre start in LA. I think a lot of it has to do with that success with the curveball that you just saw. Take a look at this curveball. Watch the depth in the break of this pitch. Looks like a strike and gets out of the strike zone, and you can see the hitter will indicate the type of stuff you have.
Got him. And the stuff there pretty good from Kennedy. He'll strike out Inciarte to get things going here at the bottom of the first inning. Defense behind Ian today, brought to you by the Aramco Group. Seth Smith is in left field. Cameron Maybin in center. Reimer Liriano, the rookie, in right. Chris Nelson at third. Made a nice play yesterday behind Andrew Cashner. Alexi Amarista, Jan Hervis Solarte, Yasmani Grandal, Rene Rivera to catch Kennedy today. So one down. Here's Aaron Hill.
Well, Mike, you saw the 169th strikeout for Kennedy on the year, but you saw the curveball and then that high fastball he can pitch up with 2 strikes.
Aaron Hill to right field.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your Honda dealers of San Diego County. Leave the desert on a good note. It's time for a happy flight. 2-7 on the road trip, and also Ian Kennedy, 21-game winner just 3 seasons ago in a Diamondbacks uniform. Watch for Miguel Montero, 4 for 8 with a home run against him, his ex-battery mate.
Hill aboard. Here's David Peralta. Peralta has shown a good arm in right field. He's 2 for 8 offensively. The first 2 games, the Diamondbacks, who come off a dreadful road trip where they were 2-8. They scored 5 in each of the first 2 games in this series. 5-1 win, 5-2 win. Peralta had the triple. He's among the best rookies offensively in the National League. First in average, first in on-base percentage plus slugging. Making a bid, at least consideration perhaps, for Rookie of the Year, Kirk Gibson.
You know, Mike, you see the shot of Kirk Gibson and also Ian Kennedy, and a lot of people said it was a little difficult for Ian Kennedy because last year, you know, you got a position player as a manager. Can be difficult at times, higher expectations for his pitchers. I don't think it felt very good for Ian Kennedy coming off that 21-game win season, and then pitching very poorly in a Diamondbacks uniform the following year. I think it's to the benefit of the Padres. That's the reason why he's in this. I believe that they gave up on him a little too early. And Darren Balsley and Ian Kennedy have really meshed very well together. And you understand, when you win 21 games in the big leagues, former Padre Jason Marquis said, you know what, you win 15 games with ability, and then the rest, those 5-6 games are really how your team plays when you pitch. But 21 wins in the big league season is very impressive.
Kennedy 21-4 in 2011. 288 earned run average that year and threw 222 innings. 2-2 to Peralta, and he gets him there. Off speed, Rene Rivera able to hang on to it. So Kennedy strikes out Inciarte and Peralta.
Well, off the curveball fastball mix, he goes to the changeup with 2 strikes. And really nice movement. He gets him out front, awkward swing. His second strikeout on the day.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Mark Trumbo. Trumbo 233, 8 home runs, 37 runs driven in. Lifted right field, Reimer Liriano. One hand, puts it away, base hit, nothing across. Padres lead 2-0.
Brought to you by Ram Trucks. We're going to go back to yesterday's first inning. Chris Nelson comes in full tilt with 2 outs and makes an outstanding play to his backhand and had to take that shorter hop, and he was very aggressive. You could see the glove work, the strike to first base, and a huge out for Andrew Kashner. That's our Ram Trucks tools of the trade. That's a sweet truck right there. You look good in that.
You a pickup truck guy?
No. But I'd be pretty good in that.
You're more of the smart car type.
Oh, really?
Cameron Maybin, Chris Nelson, Lexi Amarista to face Chase Anderson. Top of the second inning, Maybin 249 on the year. Good hitter against the Diamondbacks. Right on the nose under the glove of Didi Gregorius. Base hit for Cam.
Oh, you got to love that after 2 hits last night and then coming up and drilling a curveball by Gregorius. This is a nice swing, and it's hit by Gregorius. You can see, can't even get a dive out of him. That leg kick puts his foot down and drives the ball right past him.
So Cameron continues his hot hitting against the Diamondbacks. Came in at .444 this season against them. Had a couple of hits yesterday, 1 today.
You know, Mike, Buddy Black doesn't like to hit and run too many times, but what a good scenario. You got 2 elements. Chris Nelson can handle the bat. He likes to go the other way. You got Cameron Maybin on first base that has really good speed. And a strike thrower on the mound.
Mark, the Padres only had 3 hits in yesterday's 5-2 loss. Already 3 hits today, but nobody out in the second.
Well, that's the reason why I think Bud Black will try to change things up, try to kickstart this offense, even though they have 2-run lead right now.
Nelson got the start yesterday. Third base. Hitless, but good defensively. Two, and it's strike 3, says Gabe Morales. Nelson doesn't like it. 1 down.
Yeah, Mike, this ball looked like it was off the plate, and Montero brought it back. Take a look at this pitch. You can see working the outside edge on the fastball. Watch the glove of Montero pulling it back. And Gabe Morales, the home plate umpire, has that late call. See on our Fox tracks, number 3, that's outside.
With 1 out, Cameron Maybin at first. Here's Alexi Amarista. Lexi 9 for 29 on the road trip, 2 for 5 in the Arizona series. He's never faced Chase Anderson. Making his 38th start at shortstop. Doing a pretty good job too, filling in for Everett Cabrera.
He's done a very nice job. Has great hands. Not the arm that Everett Cabrera possesses, but very steady, makes the plays he's supposed to make, and he's athletic at that position. A benefit for Bud Black to, when guys are hurt, to have an Alexi Amarista on your bench to be able to have versatility and play a premium position.
Like Montero might have had some intent there.
That is Everett Cabrera, still on the disabled list.
The hamstring's been nagging at him, and same for Jed Jerko, who is on the bench again today. So, Buddy looking forward to having both of those guys available sometime soon. Could be a little while for Cabrera. 0-2, Amarista. Bouncer between first and second. It'll get through. Cameron Maybin will pull up at second base. So the Padres, with 1 out, have runners now at first and second.
Well, good 2-strike hitting by Alexi Amarista. Had the curveball the previous pitch, and this is another curveball. You can see Down using his legs to go get that. Just elevated other than the other pitch, and he hits it right in between first and second. Cameron Maybin stops at second base. Again, impressive by Alexi Amarista, getting a lot of at-bats. The timing, that has to feel good in his first at-bat.
Montero talked to Anderson. Remember, they were crossed up earlier. Anderson, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. First year in the big leagues.
You can see infield in on the corners, expecting that bunt. So let's see if Bud Black with a lead gives Ian Kennedy the swing away with one pitch. See Ian Kennedy with the 1 home run on the season. 17 RBIs in his career.
Close, but back in time, says Joe West.
Well, this is a time play, Mike, and you can see Chase Anderson spins and turns, gets Gregorius, and Cameron Maben getting underneath that tag. Got to rely on your third base coach for communication and also watch the feet of the pitcher.
And Kennedy again unable to get the bunt down. Ian has been able to put down 3 sacrifice bunts this season.
That's Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach for the Padres. Guys on second base, his responsibility is to watch the shortstop, the middle infielders, communicate to Cameron Maben.
0-2 to Kennedy. He'll try again, and this time he will get the bunt down. Lamb is up with it. 1 play and 1 play only. So after 2 attempts, nice third try by Kennedy, gets the job done. He's Cameron Maben over to third base, and Alexi Amarista moves down to second. So high fives all around for Kennedy.
Now 2-strike bunting by Ian Kennedy. He moves up on the plate, gets that curveball in front of the plate, lays down a beautiful bunt. You could see him just moving up barely to catch that curveball out front. To his benefit, lays down a perfect sacrifice bunt. Second and third for the Padres.
2 outs for Kennedy, trying to help his team increase the lead. Top of the lineup now, Yangervis Solarte. He singled and scored in the first.
Well, his last 2 hits have been up the middle, and I like that approach. He's led off the game with a sharp single up the middle.
Great opportunity for Ian Kennedy and the Padres. Got to build a little bit of a cushion here in the top of the second inning.
You see that changeup that had a lot of movement. Solarte, it looked like he was going to be very tight. The movement slips right into the strike zone.
Hit well by Solarte, right center field. Back goes Peralta at the track, and he will put it away. So Solarte gives it a ride. Padres lead 2-0.
Quack, which we like, is the mental strength. You know, he's tough mentally. He'll bounce back from this. His, you know, he's not happy, no doubt about it. I mean, he's disappointed in the outcome, but you know, he's mentally strong and he'll be fine. But again, like you said, you know, the ups and downs of a major league relief pitcher, especially a guy who pitches late in the game, you know, a night like tonight, he'll learn from it.
Buddy Black on Kevin Quackenbush, who's been very good for the Padres, and give up that 3-run home run to Didi Gregorius, bottom of the 8th inning last night. I'll tell you what was impressive about Kevin Quackenbush. Last night after the game, we went in the clubhouse, and he was addressing the media, owning up to the mistake, trying to shake it off under tremendous duress. You can imagine, I think even if you don't play this game, just how difficult it is to give up a game-winning home run. But to his credit, he faced the media.
Well, Mike, I love that, because that's part of maturing in the game of baseball. In the minor leagues, you might have a couple people asking you questions after the game, but in the big leagues here, you're gonna be asked. And some guys will actually, if they fail in this game, will take off early and not want to answer those questions because of the frustrations. And Bud Black, I'm sure, understands that that's what Kevin Quackenbush is. That's the reason why they like him stepping up and answering that. And for Bud Black, I wouldn't be surprised if he inserted him in today. Try to get him back on that mound and get back into the swing of things, and how he responds to that failure yesterday.
Montero, Marte, and Lamb to face Kennedy here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And Montero draws a walk. First one issued today by Ian Kennedy. Hey fans, it's time now for you to tweet your photo. Go ahead and use hashtag SDFanPhoto. Chance to have it shown in our broadcast. It's brought to you by our friends at AT&T. Get that on the air for you a little later in the broadcast today. So, with Montero aboard via the walk, here's Alfredo Marte. Shallow right field. In comes Liriano. And he'll glove that one rather easily. He made the point yesterday about Liriano doesn't see a lot of enclosed stadiums.
No, first time. This is the first time in Chase Field, but also having the roof here. And that is different from an outfielder's perspective, especially for Liriano, as you see the roof there. Just reading the ball off the bat, seeing it, and typically you're seeing, especially on the day game, you have to battle the sun. Batting different elements for Reimer Liriano.
Jake Lamb, rookie third baseman, 3 for 8 in the series. First major league home run yesterday.
Well, here's the first major league home run by Jake Lamb. A changeup by Andrew Cashner. It was a nice swing by the youngster, and he goes back to the dugout, gets the silent treatment. Typical. All in fun. A nice moment for the young man.
A team in the Diamondbacks that has certainly been struggling this season. 18.5 games back, just 55 and 75, so 20 games under 500. And so they have seen a lot of rookies. So Lamb becomes one of 8 players that recorded first major league home run this season for Arizona. That's most in baseball.
Yeah, 18 rookies the Diamondbacks have used this year. A lot of injuries as we see the NL West standings. Dodgers have played solid baseball after the Padres went to Los Angeles. You see them adding a little bit of space to San Francisco.
Driven to left. Smith is there. 2 down. Well, Smith will tuck it away, and here's last night's hero, Didi Gregorius. Get that 3-run home run off Kevin Quackenbush.
Yeah, the fastball elevated over the middle of the plate, and credit Gregorius getting on top of that high fastball. A devastating blow for the San Diego Padres.
Quack will shake it off. He'll be ready to go today. That home run, Gregorius' only hit in the series.
Well, Mike, in talking to the Diamondbacks personnel, they say Gregorius with the 6 home runs is pretty good from the shortstop position, but once he hits a home run, he starts believing that he's a home run hitter, and you see that average 213 starts over swinging a little bit, as you could see right there, a fastball, and you're fouling it into the seats. To get that consistency, you're going to have to be able to handle those pitches, especially the fastballs over middle away.
Diamondbacks think at shortstop. They get a lot of interest from other teams who are in need. The Mets always come to mind as they look for a shortstop because they have Gregorius here in Arizona, Nick Ahmed, who's now in AAA, and Chris Owings, who is hurt. So they're deep there.
Well, Chris Owings 2 for 4 in his rehab game last night in Reno. He showed some really good signs early in the season when we saw him, but beat out Gregorius for the position out of spring training. But you're right, Mike, they have depth at that position, which everyone knows they're going to have to try to get some pitching next year. This might be an audition for other clubs for Gregorius.
No, I think it brings up an interesting conundrum for Kirk Gibson and Tony La Russa, because Aaron Hill, who is owed $15 million in the next couple of years, is struggling at second base. There's some thought that perhaps the Diamondbacks are unwilling to deal one of those shortstops, that they might have to look at one of them to play second. Ripped to right. Gregorius into the corner. Liriano playing off the wall, fired into the cutoff man, and the Diamondbacks have runners at second and third.
Nice job by Liriano down in that corner in right field, playing the carom, because it actually has a point over there. It could be difficult if you haven't played the position out there. You take a look at the swing by Gregorius. He again goes to right field with a nice swing, but take a look at Liriano and how he handles this. The runner on first base, you got to get it in. He plays the carom perfectly, hits the cutoff. Nice job holding that runner at third base, second and third for the Diamondbacks with 2 outs.
So Gregorius, his 4th double of the year, brings up the pitcher Chase Anderson. And Kennedy goes right at Anderson, strike 1. Well, if you're going to allow a walk and a double in the same inning, 2 outs, you like to look up and see the pitcher in the batter's box.
Well, that's a good point, Mike, and you understand Liriano, if he messes that ball up in right field, Montero not having great speed, but he ends up scoring on the long double, possible triple by Gregorius with the pitcher on. Makes it a little difficult. He plays the position perfectly as that rookie right fielder that's never played at Chase Field. Does a nice job hitting the cutoff with the pitcher up. We go back to that play, Mike, and Liriano reading the ball, because this is something that you do in batting practice, watching some of the certain bounces that you have, and he takes a look at those 2 bounces off the corner and throws a strike to Solarte.
Quick pivot spin there by Liriano. So second and third, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the pitcher Chase Anderson.
Chase Anderson putting up a pretty good fight, and you could see him choking up a little bit on the bat. He understands the importance of this, down 2-0.
Gets him. Nice job. Ian Kennedy strikes out Anderson after allowing the walk and the double. Ian Kennedy against his former mates, protecting a 2-run lead. Dealing early. Padres getting on top early. Time now for our San Diego fans of the game. Well, the brown and yellow, prominent Chase Field this series.
Do you like those unis?
Brown and yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I like them.
You don't love them. I love the ones on the right. Right there. These are the ones those are the two I like. I don't like the brown and only yellow right there. I like the three colors. Sticks out a little bit.
I'll tell you what, I've seen some interesting renditions some fans have sent us, you know, over the last few months of uniform designs they might like to see that incorporate the brown.
I saw an interesting one the other day. Last homestand, a guy comes out to our set and he showed us he was in the powder blue Padres uniform, and someone made it for him. And we all know about the powder blue with the Chargers, and a lot of people like those uniforms. It was sweet because it had a dark blue that made the Padres pop out.
The Padres were what, in the Navy? The name Padres?
Well, the Padres was still in powder blue, and then that yellowish gold, and then the dark blue piping that made the Padres stick out. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, there's no shortage of opinion on what type of uniform the Padres should wear, but it's always cool when we get stuff on Twitter, pictures and ideas, just to see what folks are thinking. Reimer Liriano, Seth Smith, and Yasmani Grandal. Top of the third inning to face Chase Anderson. Padres pick up 2 runs in the first. And it's strike 3. Liriano, first out.
Well, Mike, yesterday we look at this play. Mark Trumbo hits an absolute laser at Liriano. In our Fox Vision, you can take a look at what he does to react to this play. He sells out on this line drive and makes an outstanding diving catch. As you can see, squeezing it, hitting the ground. And a nice play for Andrew Kashner. Like we said, we've seen some hitting exploits. We've also seen defensively. Made a play that last inning. This young man is doing a nice job at the big league level early in his career.
He said before the game yesterday that he feels comfortable, that he thought perhaps it would take a little bit longer to adjust, but he says the guys in the clubhouse have been great. And he speaks pretty good English, and he said that that's actually helped him assimilate a bit.
Well, I think that comes into being comfortable at the big league level, but there's also Latin players that are on the club making it a lot easier. Everett Cabrera, Odrisamer Despaigne. You see some of these guys have been here already to make it a lot easier for him to adjust in the big leagues. And being a good teammate is very important, especially when these youngsters come up, because there's a lot of pressures on them. You got to have fun in this game, but now it's about wins and losses. It's not about preparing yourself to go to that next level. And the pressures are very different at this big league level.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Seth Smith. You know what made you appreciate Reimer Liriano's ability to make the transition here to the States was as this ball wrapped over to first base, Trumbo taking himself, was the fact that the Padres were able to send the American-born players to the Dominican for instructional league last fall. So I think the American players saw how difficult the opposite is.
Yeah, exactly right. And the Dominican not having organized baseball to develop as youngsters, and for the Americans to go over there and see how difficult it is, the bond that they have, the passion they have for baseball, and limiting things that are around and appreciating what you have here in the States compared to what they do not have in the Dominican and also other Latin countries.
Group of guys brought a great vibe into the Padre clubhouse. Yasmani Grandal here with 2 outs against Anderson. First time up, hit a ball on the screws, got himself a sacrifice fly. The Padres up 2-0.
Yasmani's been taking pretty good swings these last 2 at bats. Seeing Chase Anderson very well. It's a reason why you're probably seeing changeups out of the hand. Chase Anderson said, hey, listen, I'm not throwing a fastball. And if I do, it's going to be off the plate.
Scouts say Anderson has best changeup in the Diamondbacks organization. But as with a lot of these young guys, Mark, we're seeing the innings limit and pitch count come into play. Anderson been tiring, they say, recently. 87 innings, but this is a guy who's had elbow trouble in the past. So they're watching him closely.
Whoa. Well, Mike, to your point, there's a lot of Tommy John surgeries out there, so maintaining these young starters in the game and innings limits and progressing to get that arm strength.
Left side, long run. Gregorius sliding. Cannot make the play. Had the shift on if you're wondering why it was Gregorius making such a long run. Third baseman had been pulled over.
Well, watch where he goes. He goes from shortstop and is an all-out sprint, goes a long way and slides to stop. And when he slides, he understands he's not going to have an opportunity to look up for the baseball just to try to stop and prevent injury over there. Nice effort by Gregorius.
Here's the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And Grandal able to work a walk. First walk issued by Anderson today.
Catcher Rene Rivera.
It'll bring up the catcher Rene Rivera.
Well, Rene catching last night's game, day game after night game. Typically you won't see that in the catching position, but Rene Rivera, and also those splits for Chase Anderson. 321 against right-handed hitters.
Buddy with a chance to get a couple of bats that he's been hoping will heat up in there, so he's able to get Grandal in there by playing him at first base, and then Rivera, as you mentioned, they're behind the plate again today.
Now, 2 curveballs that were very good because he lined that first at bat into center field. As you see the splits against right-handers and left-handers, and the reason for that, the left-handers, that changeup that you talked about, Mike. It's the reason why you probably see that success.
0-2 to Rene. So the Padres have played 10 games in 11 days on the road. And they're finally going to come home. Milwaukee Brewers series starts tomorrow for Buddy Black. Brewers lead the National League Central. Then an off day on Thursday. And the Dodgers in town for 3. And then the Diamondbacks for 4.
I'll take a look at how he uses his hat right here. The Padre fan coming up big. Nice use of your hat. Yeah, show it to the crowd. Yes, he saw the Diamondbacks guy. Wasn't happy with that.
Rivera down on strikes, so the walk to Grandal results in nothing, but the Padres lead 2-zip. Arizona to the south. Chase Field in Phoenix. It's a 2-0 ball game in the bottom of the third. Padres lead this one, getting out to an early lead. 2 runs in the top of the first, and Ian Kennedy facing his old team. Speaking of guys facing their old team, Mark Sweeney, 1,218 games in the big leagues.
And you can see what stress did to me. Obviously, I don't have any hair now. That's why. But hey, listen, the best thing was my parents got a lot of different colors from different teams. They had sweatshirts, they had shirts, they had everything.
You open up your own souvenir store.
Yeah, exactly right.
Sweeney Sporting Goods.
Play it against sports.
What were you, a problem in the clubhouse?
I must have, because I didn't have a good time in the game.
That's what I've heard about you.
Yeah.
Every time we go visit another club, no one says hello to you.
I loved it. I mean, honestly, and you want to stay in one place, but if you're a utility guy moving around, the benefit of playing in different cities, I enjoyed every moment of every single place.
Second most pinch hits all time, and the most pinch hit RBIs all time, Mark Sweeney.
I'll give you a $20 bill right after this inning.
I gave you 20 last time. I expect more this time.
Okay.
Inciarte out to Seth Smith, 1 down. But you made the comment before about the challenges when you face your old team, as Ian Kennedy is doing today. And Ian knows he's had a little difficulty facing the Diamondbacks, and a handful of times he's seen them. But does it really stick in your mind that much when you go out there and cross the lines?
Well, some players are going to say it doesn't, but I really believe it does. I mean, it adds that intensity that I think you need as a player. An intensity in that I got to show basically what I really wanted to be in that other uniform. It's very important for you to showcase yourself every single day in the big leagues. And I think it has a lot to do with that. You don't want to get embarrassed. You want to show that you're improving and that team that lets you go, but also to think of the team that wanted you. It's hard mentally just to kind of get your hands over it. I think Ian Kennedy had a tough time with it. This is a guy that had a lot of success in an Arizona Diamondbacks uniform, and then they let him go, and he was having failures at the time. So now, using that as a motivational factor, and you're seeing it too, with the strikeouts that Ian Kennedy's had, he's benefited being in a Padres uniform. And this is a guy he has a 13-13 record in a Padres uniform, but the benefit of eating innings. This is 27th start. You have to have guys, veteran leadership in your rotation, and Ian Kennedy is exactly that.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Aaron Hill. Just off the plate. Full count. For Kennedy, in 3 starts against the Diamondbacks, 1-1, ERA of 6.06. And right there, he'll punch out Hill. Hill thought he drew a walk. But Gabe Morales says, no, you're gone. Strikeout number 4 for Kennedy.
Well, Mike, you take a look at the movement on this fastball. This is what makes Ian Kennedy special when he gets behind in the count, coming back and throwing that fastball with movement that catches the edge.
Here you see Kennedy and Ross in the National League strikeout leaderboard. Our Saquon Vacation strikeout stat of the game. Two outs. No balls and a strike to David Peralta. Nelson makes the catch. Just up against the Diamondback dugout. Nice play. And the Diamondbacks go in order. Padres lead 2-0. presents Padres baseball, and it's brought to you today by Sycuan Casino. Real friendly, real close. By Jack in the Box. Try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo, just $4.99 plus tax. And by the Aramco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse, and visit us at aramco.biz. Grand Canyon State, Chase Field indoors here in Phoenix, Arizona. Top of the fourth inning. 2-0 Padres lead. Cameron Maben, Chris Nelson, Alexi Amaris that have faced Chase Anderson. Mark Sweeney, Mike Pomeranz with you on this Sunday. Maben 1 for 1, singled in the second inning. Mark, Padres only had 3 hits yesterday. Maben had 2 of them. Got another hit today.
Yeah, they look aggressive today, which is a good sign for the Padres. First game of the series, they looked like they were really not attacking offensively, and today it looks like a different story.
National League West today. Nationals lead the Giants 9-6. They're in the 8th. And the Dodgers trail the Mets 7-1 in the 4th. Down goes Maben. 1 down here in the 4th inning. Rockies lead the Marlins 3-2. They're in the 3rd. Well, the team's been on the road a while, Mark. It'd be nice to see fans out there at Petco when the guys come home to play the Brewers tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be a really good series. The Brewers playing solid baseball all year long. As we take a look at the Brewers guy that has sunglasses inside, I wonder why. But it's going to be a good series, and I think you're going to see the benefit of coming off a long road trip, especially in the middle of August, and going straight home. That's something that has to feel good for these Padres. I can't wait to get back to home.
We'll have the pregame show for you. Padres live at 6:30. It'll be Eric Stoltz against Kyle Loesch. Tyson Ross will go against Jimmy Nelson, and in Game 3, Odrisamer Despaigne against Giovanni Gallardo. Ron Renicke's Brewers in town as Nelson hammers this ball right at Aaron Hill. 2 down. Well, Renicke's got his club in a pretty good spot right now. First in the National League Central.
Oh, Mike, you see Carlos Gomez. He's done a tremendous job. He's a difference maker. Ryan Braun, 16 home runs, 73 RBIs, but his team has been very consistent all year long. A lot of people not buying them because the starting rotation is kind of one of those 3-4 starters, not a definite #1.
Well, that division is tight, Mark. St. Louis just a half game back, Pittsburgh 4 back. Washington leads the East by 7. And the Dodgers lead the Giants by 4.5 today.
The whole thing is about the wild card now. You look at St. Louis up a 1.5 games. San Francisco is still in if it ends today, but Atlanta, Pittsburgh, Miami, and Miami's a story for me. Not having Jose Fernandez going down to Tommy John and still maintaining that opportunity. If someone said to me that the Miami Marlins were going to be 500 at this point, I would have taken that bet, because especially with Jose Fernandez down, Mike Redmond, in my estimation, is that manager of the year that should be in consideration because of that.
Amarista retired. That'll end at the 4th inning, and the Padres lead 2-0.
Padres and we take a look at the repertoire for Ian Kennedy today, the spiked curveball that you can see is very beneficial. That's more important today. The Vulcan changeup and then also the two-seam fastball with movement today. Very successful. But I think the curveball is very important because he did not have that this last start in LA where he gave up 5 earned runs. And today, very successful with that curveball.
Well, Kennedy has 4 strikeouts. A walk, and he's allowed 2 hits. 65% of the time, he's going to the fastball.
Yeah, aggressive with the fastball, especially early in the count, and then trying to get those put-away pitches.
Trumbo, Montero, Marte, bottom of the 4th. Trumbo flat out to right in the 1st. 2 for 9 here in the series. Trumbo came over from the Angels with high expectations. Among the league leaders in the American League in home runs over a 2-year span, 2011 to 2013, but injuries have taken their toll on Mark Trumbo.
Yeah, he didn't like that call right there, but he's getting a lot of late movement. Ian Kennedy is on that two-seam fastball. And home plate umpire Gabe Morales, and we see our Fox Tracks by Southland Technology, number 3. Pretty good pitch. So many times we talk about movement on pitches, and it is the hitters especially giving up on that because they see it out of the hands of the pitcher and it looks like it's outside, and then has that late movement that Ian Kennedy is getting the benefit of, working those edges, staying out of the middle of the plate.
Center field. In comes Maven. It'll loop in there. Trumbo with a base hit here in the 4th.
Just a good pitch by Ian Kennedy. He elevates at the right time, and credit Mark Trumbo getting on top of this ball just enough of it, and it sits in center field. With that power, the outfielders play a little bit deeper, and it falls in front of Cameron Maben.
A lot of room out here in Chase Field's outfield as the ball does carry. Power alleys 413 are the deep portions. Miguel Montero 4 for 8 in his career against Kennedy. Fouls this one straight back. Kennedy getting ahead today, 10 of 14 first pitch strikes.
You know, Mike, the first game of this series, Miguel Montero sat on a changeup. And this is a veteran hitter, and you see the average for Miguel Montero at 261 coming into this at bat, but he sits on pitches. He'll sit on a breaking ball and he'll change within an at bat.
Nelson. He's got that play down pat now, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's a good thing, especially with Montero. We saw the numbers against Ian Kennedy, and that curveball leaked over the middle of the plate. You see that the problem with this play is you're dealing with that rail right there, and you see Chris Nelson looked like he got to the rail a little bit earlier, and he had a little bit more room to handle that. A big out.
Well, Nelson's thrown the leather around here at Chase Field. Some nice plays in the series. Alfredo Marte, he's 0 for 1, 1 for 8.
Again, getting ahead. That was the slider. Been very aggressive with the fastball. We saw the percentages earlier, but then his secondary pitches today are much better, much more crisp.
Kennedy, working with pitching coach Darren Balsley, has seen his velocity improve, command improve. And as Mark mentioned, while his record is 13-13 as a Padre, his earned run average under 4.
Oh, just right there, Mike. You see the first pitch slider, and then he's going to that four-seam fastball down in the bottom of the zone. Bud Black, Darren Balsley talked about the difference of the mentality of being in a Padre uniform as opposed to the Diamondbacks. Having almost a dual pitching coach approach for the Padres has benefited Kennedy. Both mentally, you see the velocity going up on the fastball. Both of those men have conversations with Ian Kennedy to get him better, to get him back on track.
So Kennedy, Ross, and Stultz carrying the bulk of the innings for the Padres here in 2014. Nelson diving stop over to second base. Solarte for one, back to first. Not in time, but a nice play by Nelson. Good turn. Solarte giving it everything he had, but unable to get Marte down the line.
Yeah, and good turn it was for Nelson, diving to his left. And off of this, I thought this was headed to left field, and that dive to left, getting it out of his glove, not too much. And then you can see the turn by Solarte. Marte getting down, but an outstanding play by Chris Nelson to his left.
2 out, 1 on now. It's Marte. Here's Jake Lamb.
There's another look at Nelson and the reaction time going to your left. It's a left-right approach for the third baseman, a reactionary position. A nice turn on the middle of the infield by Solarte.
I like the way Nelson was able to get that ball out of the glove too, from the ground. Ball and a strike. 58 pitches now for Kennedy in the bottom of the fourth. Landmark seems to have like a bit of an interesting style in the box. Sort of shows his back a little bit more. Not one of those hitters who seems to open their back and hips.
Well, you see, they see the hands and they're loaded, preloaded, already back in his stance. We talked about him tending to have a longer swing. That's the reason why you're seeing the Padres pound him with fastballs in to try to get him aware of that. When you see him step in the box, his first setup, his hands are really deep. Really not too many places you can go further from that. He tends to get longer. That front arm will have a lot of indication of how long that goes, because he loads up a little bit and see that front arm getting long. Saw a good swing by him last night. He had a productive night offensively, but it was on the changeup. You always got to see how he handles the fastball at the big league level. And we hear about the long swings. It's typically on a fastball. You're going to get a lot of foul balls. You're going to get a lot of swings and misses. But he'll learn to cut his swing down and getting consistency with that.
Full count pitch down and in. It is ball 4. So Marte down to second base, and Lamb draws the walk.
Catch every strikeout, every game ender, and every history-making moment on MLB Whip Around weeknights at 7 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Dave Roberts flashing some signs. Try to set the defense a little bit. Rene Rivera will feed it out to everybody in the field. Mark Loretta with his instructional on Padres Live yesterday, all about giving signs.
Well, Dave Roberts handles the running game for Bud Black. Some managers will handle that. Others will defer to the bench coach to handle that, as you see Dave Robertson, his first year as a bench coach. Just love spending time with Dave Robertson. Him maturing in the game, wants to be a manager someday, has aspirations to do that.
And Gregorius hits his ball well center field, and Maben will take those long strides, tuck it away. So 2-1, nothing across. Padres lead by 2.
Loretta brilliance right there. Brilliance.
Couple of former Brewers working a game today. Mark Loretta and Mark Sweeney.
Did I play there?
I just looked at that list we threw up. That was an eye chart.
I actually think I got Davey Lopes fired the way I played there.
You know, we saw him in Los Angeles, Davey Lopes. And I was impressed, actually. He'd still talk to you.
He looks like a Hall & Oates candidate, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Look alike?
Yeah, it's John Oates.
Because you'll kiss. You'll kiss.
He hates when you do that.
Davey Lopes, one of my favorites. Taught me a lot about the game.
Wish some of it stuck.
How I paid him back as I performed poorly in a Milwaukee Brewers uniform.
You're welcome, Davey.
Yep. Drink it in.
Ian Kennedy, top of the 5th inning, facing Chase Anderson. It's amazing, really, how much knowledge you were unable to retain.
Thanks, Mike. That's all the people I learned from. Sitting next to you. How's that going?
I got a mind like a sieve. What's your name again? Kennedy, nice sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning. Why would you draw a walk? You're a feared hitter in there, Kennedy. Second walk issued by Chase Anderson. I don't know if there's anything that irritates a pitcher more than walking the opposing pitcher. But it's a great opportunity for the Padres. That leadoff man on, get to the top of your lineup. Yangervis Solarte.
Yeah, so many options for Bud Black and Solarte up to bat. See Chase Anderson missing location. That's the reason why Montero goes out there, gives him a breather, tries to get him back on track. But with a lead, there's so many things you can do offensively. Padres have been played in behind these last 2 games here in Chase Field.
I had the lead in Los Angeles against Clayton Kershaw, and a heartbreaker. Tyson Ross threw an absolute gem against Kershaw. 2-run home run, Justin Turner. 2-1 final.
Well, I think that had a lot to do with the first game of this series. It was a devastating loss because everyone saw the effort that Tyson Ross put in against Clayton Kershaw. It was one of those games that mentally is hard to come back from.
So after walking the pitcher, he's 3-0 to Solarte.
Well, this is a definite take right here for Solarte.
Hey, nice effort, Andrew Kashner last night. First game back from the disabled list. First start since June 18th. Cash goes 5 innings, 2 runs, and the real highlight as Solarte draws a walk, second in a row, issued by Anderson. The highlight involving Kashner clearly is not only how he felt last night after the game, Mark, but how he felt today.
Yeah, very, very important. I saw Cash after the game last night. I said, how'd you feel? He said, I felt great. You know, and you look at it, what happened with the velocity as we take a look at some of the keys last night for me. I think fastball command got better as the game went along. We saw 97 miles an hour. We saw the changeup right there hit by Lamb. But the fastball command got better as the game went along. You can see the ground ball started happening. He got into that rhythm and probably out of the thought process mentally coming off the disabled list. I think he had a good taste in his mouth when he left the game, and 89 pitches, did a nice job finishing off his work.
Great to have Andrew back, and he brings so much passion to the game. Hey, Mitch, just being able to see him pinch run hit occasionally. He's just a lot of fun to watch.
Well, I think moving forward, for the benefit of the Padres, it would see Ian Kennedy exactly what he's doing today. Andrew Kashner putting up some solid numbers, some quality starts, and also Tyson Ross. Those are the 3 guys, the main guys that you really want to go into this offseason with a good taste in your mouth moving forward.
Chase Anderson finally finds the strike zone after throwing 9 consecutive balls. It's 1-1 to Reimer Liriano. 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Bouncing ball, Gregorius to second for 1 to Hill. He'll go back to first to Trumbo. A double play. A couple of guys who can pick it. Fairly routine double play ball. Gregorius to Hill to Trumbo.
Well, you see the turn in the middle of the infield, and Gregorius and Aaron Hill, who did this a lot last year, and Hill has some time with Liriano getting down the line. Big double play for Chase Anderson after command problems early in this inning.
Yeah, 2 walks to lead off the 5th. Now to double play. Here's Seth Smith. Buddy Black looking for win number 600 in his career. And Buddy likes the way his guys have been grinding. Try to get a win here on getaway day to show for it.
Yeah, and that'd be a happy flight, especially for the manager of the Padres. 600 wins. Back-to-back changeups to Seth Smith.
Yeah, win today. Put Buddy right there second on the all-time managerial win list for the Padres. Only Bruce Bochy one more. And if you're wondering, 951 games for Bochy. 3 balls and a strike to Smith. And he walks Smith. 3rd walk issued this inning. There you see that list. Buddy Black at 599. Dick Williams below him at 337. John McNamara, Greg Riddock, and Bruce Bochy there at top of the heap. Buddy and hitting coach Phil Plantier. Offense improved in the second half. Pitching been good all year. Diamondback defense spread out wide, left to right.
Yeah, you see the shift, Mike. 3 guys on the right side. And Lamb is the one that goes over. Gregorius stays at shortstop. See Gregorius right here. That he stays at shortstop because he has a lot of range on that left side. That's the reason why some managers will put that 3rd baseman over on the right side.
Grandal deep to right field, all the way back and long gone. Yasmani Grandal, finally all these walks in the inning come back and hurt Chase Anderson. Big home run. Grandal, number 11 on the year.
Well, Mike, his first at bat, he had a sacrifice fly, which I thought he hit a home run. And then you take a look at this swing. This is an absolute bomb, a high fastball. And let's take a listen of the contact. Absolute bomb in the middle of the right field seats. And a huge hit for the Padres with 2 outs.
Rene Rivera. Rivera past the diving Jake Lamb into left field. Well, you had to figure Chase Anderson was going to get hurt sooner or later. He'd been hit hard in the first 2 innings, though didn't walk anybody. Then here in the 5th, 3 walks, preserved by a double play ball. He might have wiggled out of there, but Grandal makes him pay, and Rivera follows with a ringing base hit to left. As Mark mentioned, all the damage now with 2 outs. But Buddy Black trying to work matchups, trying to get guys in the lineup he thought had been swinging fairly well. So you saw Grandal there getting the start at first base and Rivera behind the plate. And both guys, Grandal leading the charge, paying dividends here in the top of the 5th.
You know, I said earlier that Grandal was seeing the ball very well against Chase Anderson. Left-handed hitters only coming in hitting 190 against Chase Anderson, but there's been some great approaches by the Padre hitters today from the left side.
Well, Anderson struggled his last time out, gave up 6 earned runs against the Nationals as the bullpen starts to get active for the Diamondbacks.
Will Harris loosening up, and 3 walks and a 3-run home run will get the phone ringing in the bullpen.
10 earned runs allowed by Anderson his last 2 times out. 5 runs today, 4 of them earned. And down goes Maven. He'll swing through strike 3. Damage done. Yasmani Grandal, after 3 walks in the inning, would make Chase Anderson and Arizona pay the price. Ball up, ball gone. It is a 5-0 ball game. 2-run bomb in the top of the 5th inning. Number 11 on the year for Grandal. 5-0 ball game. As promised earlier in the game, we do have that AT&T fan photo to show you. Tweet your photo to hashtag SD fan photo. Chance to have it shown in an upcoming broadcast. It's brought to you by AT&T.
Ah, look at the dog.
Sweet eyes, those golden retrievers.
How about Yasmani Grandal? 23 of his last, 46 hits have been for extra bases. It's doing some damage.
Yeah, if you're going to hit, make it count. So Grandal trying to get himself righted offensively. Comes in at just 203, but long ball. The end of 5th. Here's a pinch hitter, Xavier Paul. He's 0 for 8 as a pinch hitter.
There you see Xavier Paul last year in Cincinnati, very good off the bench, and now he's starting to try to find that groove for the Diamondbacks and not very successful off the bench. He's susceptible to the changeup, which he just saw.
Little time with the Orioles as he bounces this ball to Solarte. Needs somebody to cover. Here comes Kennedy. He'll make the play. 1 down. That'll bring up Ender Inciarte. Top of the order for the Diamondbacks. Our top tier player profiles on Inciarte. It's brought to you by Aramco today. Or rather Arco, I'm sorry. 86 games, that is second in the National League among rookies. 42 runs, also second in the NL. And tied for 3rd with 75 hits. Top tier player profile brought to you by Arco. Inciarte 0 for 2. Well, he's been impressive defensively.
Yeah, covers a lot of ground in the outfield. Made some great adjustments offensively. This is a young player that I think they're very excited about. Just has sorry, Mike. Just has a certain calmness at the plate, especially getting that foot down. Uses his hands very well. Has a little bit of power.
I was just going to mention that sliding play he made on the track earlier in this ballgame on that sacrifice fly that Grandal had hit. As you mentioned, covered a lot of ground, good speed. Remember, he's the backup too. A.J. Pollock, regular center fielder, but he's down with an injury. And Inciarte down on strikes. Kennedy in command now. Stake to a 5-0 lead. And Inciarte strikes out for the 2nd time today.
Well, again, Mike, the success with the curveball this start. The difference from last start to this start has been that curveball, getting ahead with the fastball and putting these hitters away with that breaking pitch. Secondary stuff has been excellent today.
Aaron Hill. 2nd hit today for Hill. Well, Diamondbacks in a pickle with Hill, though he's hitting right now. Sat the first 2 games of the series. He's 2 for 3. Came in at 241. Now up to 244. But the production just has not been there this season. Peralta 0 for 2. If you didn't catch the first 2 games of the series, Peralta, interesting story. Pitcher with the Cardinals organization. Injured his shoulder, had a couple of surgeries, let go. Disappears from baseball for 4 years. Goes back to his native Venezuela and retrains himself to become a hitter.
Yeah, Mike was in the independent league last year. Diamondbacks had to release a player out of their single A team, and they picked up Peralta. Single A to the big leagues the following year. Credit his work ethic in getting to the big leagues as a position player.
So Peralta and Jake Lamb down in the lower levels of the minor leagues. Tony La Russa comes in as a head of baseball for the Diamondbacks this season. He takes a tour around the minors, sees a couple of guys he likes, and now both of them are here in the big leagues in Peralta and Lamb.
Yeah, you be around Tony La Russa, you understand he does a lot of stuff with conviction, and that's the reason why went down to the minor leagues. He has a certain way and a style of a player that he really likes. He's going to try to change the atmosphere and the culture around here in the Arizona Diamondback system. It's the reason why he was hired. Been around him as a manager in St. Louis, had a lot of success as a manager. Now he's trying to do it in the front office.
Softly into right field, it'll fall, and Peralta a base hit. So with 2 outs, back-to-back base hits, Hill and Peralta. Diamondbacks with runners at first and second.
Again, a nice pitch by Ian Kennedy, and jams Peralta, getting a lot of these hits with 2 strikes, and they're sitting right in between the infielder and the outfielder. But it was a good pitch and executed by Ian Kennedy. Just Diamondback hitter fought it off.
Mark Trumbo is 1 for 2 today, 3 for 10 in the series.
Time to check the Cholula flamethrower. Ian Kennedy, 93 miles an hour. Mike, that's hot sauce.
That it is, my friend, that it is. 168 strikeouts coming into the game today for Kennedy, among the National League leaders. He has 5 so far today. Ian staked to a 2-0 lead early on. Padres right away on the board, pick up 2 in the top of the first. That Vulcan change grip.
Yeah, and that's what he wants to have the other grips off of. That's the reason why he has that Vulcan changeup in his hand already.
You start with that grip because it's harder to grasp.
Yeah, and you don't want to show it because a lot of pitchers will give up the type of pitch with their glove opening up a little bit wider. They'll be tipping their pitches. That's the reason why you see right there that he has that Vulcan changeup already until he gets into that glove. Then he changes his grip to the other pitches.
A ball forward to Trumbo. So a couple of quick outs and then 2 base hits and a walk. Load the bases. Third walk by Ian as Darren Balsley heads to the mound.
Yeah, and this is an important meeting because Miguel Montero, we saw the numbers against Ian Kennedy coming into this game, 4 for 8. Montero popped up to the third baseman his last at bat, walked in his first. But with the bases loaded in a big situation with a 5-0 lead, this could get interesting with Miguel Montero up to bat.
And the Diamondbacks had 2 on with 2 out in the second. They had been on base in the fourth, and here they are with the bases loaded. Interesting matchup here. You've got to wonder if there's any advantage to Montero facing a pitcher that he had previously caught.
Well, that's the reason why he sits on pitches. He'll look for that first pitch and pick out what he wants to do. And this first pitch really indicates how important this is in this at bat. He went to the fastball his last at bat. Let's see how he does this time. Yeah, I like that. Strike 1 with a 94-mile-an-hour 4-seamer on the outside part.
A great pacing today by Ian Kennedy. Really grabbing it, throwing it.
Well, you can see him locked in right now. You understand the importance of this at bat.
Back up the middle, base hit. Montero continues to play Kennedy. 1 run is in. The Diamondbacks will score twice on the base hit by Montero. And it's now a 5-2 ball game. Hill and Peralta come around to score.
Well, we talked about earlier in the game about Montero sitting on pitches. He gets the first pitch fastball, then he gets back and looks at one elevated and used the middle of the field. Nice hitting by Montero. Continued success against Ian Kennedy, working it right up the middle for 2 RBIs and 2 outs.
Three hits and a walk in the inning. Trumbo at second, Montero at first, Alfredo Marte.
Oh, nice slider. Marte looked like he wanted to change the game and get it a tied game with that swing. We talk about the secondary pitches, the curveball, and this is the slider off the edge. Looks like a fastball out of the hands, and nice break to it.
Nice job, Rene Rivera. Some activity now in the Padres bullpen. Right-hander Nick Vincent, Alex Torres, the lefty. Best bullpen in the National League, second best bullpen ERA in the big leagues. Ball and 2 strikes to Marte.
See if he goes to the curveball.
Grounded sharply. Amaris to the short way to Solarte. They'll get the out. Kennedy able to work himself through 5 here at Chase Field in Arizona. Padres lead by 3. Long fly ball. Nice catch here by Eder Inciarte, the Diamondbacks center fielder, but Reimer Liriano come home to score. That made it a 2-0 ball game right away in the first. Then Yasmani Grandal again. A 3-run home run in the 5th. That one way out of here at Chase Field. A 5-0 lead. Ian Kennedy doing his part against his old mates. Strikeout the order of the day for Kennedy. Finally give up 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th, but in the end, 5 innings so far, 6 hits, couple of runs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Your Harris game summary. Who picked Grandal today? Picked the stick.
I think Mark Loretta did.
So in essence, Mark Grant is picking up the points.
You know it.
It's not right.
Hopefully he can get him over the 200 bill again. This pitching change is brought to you by Drew Ford and Will Harris coming out of the Diamondbacks bullpen. You see the numbers. ERA inflated. A lot of fastballs, curveball, changeup. Not many changeups, but you're going to see a cutting action on his fastball.
Second year of big league service for Harris. He'll face Nelson Amarista and a 9th spot in the order here. Top of the 6th inning. Big guy, 6'4", 2 1/4. 29 years old. Diamondbacks got him off waivers from Oakland. But it's that time of year again, Mark, isn't it, where the teams start combing the waiver wires?
Oh, yeah. Trying to find that extra piece as Chris Nelson spans the strike zone and strikes out on that curveball.
So this will wrap up the road trip for the Padres. They will head home, Petco Park, start things off with a series against the Brewers, but it's the Dodgers series that'll follow, and a huge day scheduled for Saturday beginning at 4:30. Trevor Hoffman will be inducted into the Padres Hall of Fame. We've got a special hour-long Padres Live pregame show for you that'll include the on-field ceremonies inducting Trevor. Promises to be a very special day. Certainly hope you can get out to the ballpark, join everybody at Petco. And that'll be Saturday against the Dodgers. 4:30, Padres Live. Ball and a strike to Alexi Amarista with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Hey, just a note as I'm combing the scores here around baseball, we've been following the Detroit-Minnesota series because the Twins had beaten Detroit a couple of nights ago 20-6. Beat him in game 1 of a doubleheader and put up 12 on him. Well, Detroit today in the 8th leads Minnesota 13-4. There's some pitchers walking around with hurt feelings.
Yeah, that's a series that you definitely, if you want offense, you're going to get. There's the score, 13-4 in the top of the 8th.
And speaking of big scores, the Nationals put one on the Giants. Final today, 14-6. And the Dodgers trail the Mets 7-2. They're in the 6th. Rockies lead the Marlins 4-2. They're in the 5th. Now, you made an interesting point earlier, I thought, on just the mere presence of the Marlins. Only a handful of games back in the wild card without Jose Fernandez. As we check out the 1-ball 2-strike pitch to Alexi Amarista. And you really got to credit, well, the entire team clearly, but Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh, what a tremendous year he's had, an MVP year. I thought in the first half he was a difference maker. Went a little cold, and now he's picked it up a notch. And just that team has played solid baseball throughout the year. They've gotten some good pitching. Of course, you got to have a guy that has a career year, and Stanton is having that. It's the reason why he's in the discussions of that MVP candidate for the National League.
Eighth pitch of the at bat, and Amarista can't hold up. Second consecutive strikeout for Harris. So Ramos Ramirez 3 for 4 today, 3 singles and RBI. Brewers over the Pirates 4-3. Jerome Williams of the Phillies goes 8 innings, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts. They beat the Cardinals 7-1, and Bryce Harper 2 for 5 with a double and a homer. Nationals 14-6.
Yeah, Matt Williams is the manager of the Washington Nationals. Got to be very happy with the way his team is playing. And the point when the Diamondbacks were in Washington, went 5 of 6 games with walk-off hits. And that'll change the atmosphere around the clubhouse and give you a little bit of confidence.
And a money player starting to heat up around baseball. Giancarlo Stanton on a team that doesn't score a lot. 32 home runs and 93 RBIs. Big year from him. Harper trying to find his way back. Best time of year in the big leagues, isn't it?
It is. Playoff time, the pressure games, scoreboard watching.
1-2 to Kennedy. Lays down a nice one. Lamb up with it. And it will retire Ian. Padres go in order in the 6th. They lead by 3. You got to be kidding. He was fighting to get to the bat rack.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wish he took a day off too.
Absolutely. He was not going to have it. He's aware of the numbers. It's always interesting to me, Sweeney, when people say that, you know, players, well, I don't look at the stats. I wait till the end of the year. I'm not watching the numbers. Oh, they're watching the numbers all right. Big Lamb into right field, base hit. So the rookie came in 3 for 8 with a home run. He is 1 for 2 today.
Yeah, Darren Balsley on the phone. We saw a double barrel the last inning with Ian Kennedy trying to get out of that leadoff hit. Phone call to the bullpen.
How many guys you play with were not aware of their stats? Truly not paying attention to the numbers.
Actually, a lot.
Really?
More than you. Yeah, more than you would think.
Or they just didn't want to admit it.
Well, a lot of the veteran guys understand they know where their numbers are going to be at the end of the year. You know, you pretty much know when you're struggling, when things are going well. But see Nick Vincent, excuse me, Mike, warming up in the bullpen. That's the reason why Darren Balsley made the call.
Gregorius with a double today. Big home run yesterday.
Yeah, in the fourth inning, flew out to left center and took a nice approach. Seen the pull swing from Gregorius today, and last night with the home run, and then flies out deep to left center, and Cameron Maven ran it down.
I think he did. And so does Gabe Morales. Strikeout of Didi Gregorius.
Well, we talked about the curveball success with Ian Kennedy, especially with 2 strikes, and you can see it right there, dipping down. And the chemistry between Rene Rivera and Ian Kennedy has been very good at big moments of this game, and that's exactly what that was, because Gregorius is swinging the bat very well.
Diamondbacks going to go to the bench. Jordan Pacheco is the pinch hitter.
Yeah, the fight doctor 4 for 15 off the bench for the Diamondbacks.
Saw Pacheco in a Rockies uniform. Diamondbacks get him on waivers, and he lifts this ball left center field. Smith giving ground to Maven. 2 down. Cameron, a bunch of just those long cruising catches.
Well, it's his first step in those long strides for Cameron Maven. That's the reason why he can patrol a lot of space in the outfield. Having a lot of fun, big smile, looking into the dugout where they want to position him in the outfield. Then go be an athlete and go run those fly balls down.
Top of the order, Ender Inciarte.
You see Kennedy, this will be his 95th pitch. And if it is indeed his last inning, this is a very important last out to get out of here and have a good taste in his mouth.
Left center field. No one's going to get to this one. It'll roll up to the track. Maven cuts it off. Around comes Lamb. He will score, and it's a 5-3 ball game. So Inciarte, with 2 outs, able to deliver the RBI base hit. And that'll bring out the manager, Buddy Black.
Well, we take a look at the pitch, and it looked like a changeup. And a nice piece of hitting, because that ball was down. Inciarte has that nice approach and easy swing and shoots it into the gap. Scores Lamb from first base.
Ian's day is done. 5-3 right now against his old mates. More baseball from Chase Field in Phoenix in a moment.
The spiked curveball for Ian Kennedy, very important today, one of the keys of the game, and you could see that nice tight break and the goods breaking ball with depth, rotation, and awkward swings by the Diamondbacks. 6 strikeouts on the day for Ian Kennedy, 5 2/3. Nice outing for the right-hander.
So Ian looking for his second win against the Diamondbacks since leaving Arizona at the trade deadline last year. Nick Vincent on in relief. He inherits Inciarte at second base. And Aaron Hill lifts his ball foul of first onto the dugout roof and back into the seats. Nice play. Hey, Vincent has inherited 31 runners. Only 3 have scored. %, stranded. Kennedy watching Vincent trying to preserve this 2-run lead. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ender Inciarte at second base. Vincent goes with the fastball cutter.
Well, Mike, he's had a lot of success against right-handed hitters coming into this game. 163, 15 of 92. Big situation in this game.
Two on the way to Hill. Inside, gets past Rivera. And Inciarte will move up to third base.
You see Rene Rivera upset at the location of that pitch. Take a look at it. Nick Vincent goes with a slide step with a guy on second base. Modifies it in the location, wanting it outside, and it goes in. Most likely ruled as a wild pitch.
So the count now full to Aaron Hill. Hill had a base hit in the first, another had scored in the 5th. And lifts this ball to shallow right field. Back goes Solarte, and he will put it away. So the wild pitch does no damage. Diamondbacks pick up 1. It's a 5-3 Padres lead. Geico, the power of together. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. Beautiful Sunday in the Valley of the Sun. Phoenix, Arizona, Chase Field. Padres lead this one 5-3. Under the roof, it's Matt Stites, the new Diamondbacks pitcher.
Yeah, the former Padre that was in the deal for Ian Kennedy, and he has a repertoire of fastball, changeup, and slider. Heavy on the fastball and a straight fastball, but he has velocity upwards to 99 miles an hour. 10 walks, 19 strikeouts on the season.
Well, Stites will face the top of the order for the Padres: Solarte, Liriano, and Smith. Top of the 7th. Padres scored 2 in the 1st and 3 in the 5th. Diamondbacks would answer with 2 in the 5th and 1 in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, Mike, you talk about this series. The Padres, the previous 3 games, 4 runs on 10 hits. Today, 5 runs on only 6 hits. See if they can preserve that lead moving forward.
As successful as the Padres have been when it comes to the bullpen's ability to hold the lead, should be nice to see him add on here a little bit. 2 runs separating these clubs. Padres 45-1 when leading after 6.
That's a good percentage.
Joaquin Benoit, one reason why. And he'd been setting up earlier in the year for Houston Street. Now he will close, he and Kevin Quackenbush. Solarte out to left center field. Marte puts it away, 1 down.
Let's revisit the keys of the game. If we take a look at those. Leave the desert on a good note. The Padres 2-7 on this road trip. And also Kennedy, show them what they missed. I thought it was a good outing. We saw the success with the curveball. Those keys of the game are brought to you by the Honda dealers of San Diego County. Got to get the win. It has to be a happy flight.
So far, nice job by you. Keys to the game. Liriano, second base. Hill. 2 down.
Well, we talked about the importance of the Padres having a happy flight, but getting the manager, Bud Black, his 600th win, I think that would be awesome. There's the manager.
That'd be a nice milestone for Buddy. All of his wins as manager of the Padres, his first managerial position. Now, he's worked hard, not only with this team, but with every club he's managed with San Diego. And you're right, it'd be nice to hang that milestone next to his name. Seth Smith 0 for 2, 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Diamondbacks playing him to pull. Maybe try to beat it there, but
yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. The reason for it, Seth Smith has home run power. They have a lead. I know he's probably just showing it. Try to get Gregorius moving in from that shortstop area. I want to see Seth Smith swing the bat, especially against his fastball.
And he takes outside, ball 2.
Yeah, Montero trying to pull that last pitch in.
Yasmani Grandal waits on deck. Grandal, big bopper in this one. 3-run home run. The Padres really like Matt Stites, but felt like the deal over to the Diamondbacks for Ian Kennedy certainly worth it. Stites and Joe Thatcher going to Arizona. Out to left. And Alfredo Marte coming in hard. He'll put it away. Padres down in order here in the 7th, preserving a 5-3 lead. Summary, Yasmani Grandal in the first inning. Long running catch into Inciarte. Reimer Liriano, though, would come home to score. That would make it 2-0 Padres in the first. Then Yasmani again, this time in the 5th. A long 3-run home run. Padres lead 5-0. But in the bottom of the 5th, the Diamondbacks would answer back. Miguel Montero, bases loaded. He'd drive in 5-2. And then bottom of the 6th, Ender Inciarte split the outfielders in left center field. And the double would make it 5-3. So Ian Kennedy against his old mates in 5 2/3, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Grandal and Montero providing the offense.
Yeah, what a day by Yasmani Grandal. Sacrifice fly. I thought that was going to be a home run. Ends up being a sacrifice fly. But then the big bomb, which I actually thought was going to hit the Ram truck out there.
That pitch was crushed. So the Padres fans in attendance here at Chase Field, happy at what they're watching today. It's a good thing you bring your glove there over the dugout.
Oh, yes.
And watch your chiclets.
Yeah.
Nick Vincent on in relief of Ian Kennedy. Facing David Peralta, bunts this one foul.
Yeah, David Peralta tried to bunt that cutting action fastball in on his hands. It's not an easy pitch to bunt.
I was going to ask you, among professional hitters, is there one particular pitch that is the toughest to bunt?
Well, yeah, I think, well, to bunt, it's probably the cutter because that's up and in and really difficult to try to get on top of that pitch. I don't typically see guys that are hitting third in the lineup in the major leagues laying down bunts. David Peralta, a young player, which we've already chronicled. He's done a nice job at the big league level, but if you're penciled in hitting third, typically your manager wants you to swing the bat.
Oh, 2 to Peralta. Got in there, but Peralta able to muscle it into center field. And he has his second hit today.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
So for Vincent, that's the 30th hit he's allowed this season in 41+ innings. And with Peralta aboard, he'll face Mark Trumbo.
Good pitch by Vincent. That fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Dale Thayer and Alex Torres loosening in the Padre bullpen. Trumbo has a walk and a base hit. 1 for 2 today.
It's a good spot for a double play too. Mark Trumbo, double play candidate. Nick Vincent trying to work out that outside edge.
Out to center field. Cameron Maben. 1 down. So Peralta at first. Nick Vincent now working with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Miguel Montero. Darren Balsley on the phone to the bullpen. And out comes Buddy Black. Well, with Montero due up, really the Diamondbacks' hottest hitter, Buddy's going to make a move, preserve this 2-run lead. Vincent's job is done. Going to go to the left-hander, Alex Torres. The Diamondbacks, bottom of the 7th. Hey fans, America's new sports network is the place to turn before every slam, every goal, every game. America's pregame only on Fox Sports 1 and streams live as well on Fox Sports Go. You can tune into America's pregame weekdays, 3 o'clock Pacific, only on Fox Sports 1. And find Fox Sports 1 on your cable or your satellite provider. Go to foxsports1.com.
Alex Torres coming in, the lone left-hander out of the bullpen for Bud Black. The walks a little bit high, strikeouts 41 in 45 innings, almost a strikeout an inning.
But as you mentioned there, the walk's a little bit high for Buddy Black and Dave Roberts. So Torres can make it a little interesting. And he'll face the veteran catcher Miguel Montero. Torres, interesting acquisition. Picked up from Tampa Bay in the offseason. Part of a trade. And they liked him because they felt he had the ability to get out both lefties and righties. Not just a lefty specialist.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it has a lot to do with the changeup from Alex Torres. You can see him working that hard fastball in as Almonte gets out of the way. Always got to watch the game. Foul balls heading into the dugout. You're a little bit close to these hitters. We talked earlier about the 0-2 approaches yesterday by both Solarte and also Didi Gregorius, who was the difference maker in the game last night.
0-2 to Montero.
Foxland, Southland Technology Fox Tracks had that number 3 just tipping that top edge of the plate. Gabe Morales, the home plate umpire, doesn't give Torres the call.
Torres in the protective cap. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Miguel Montero.
3 fastballs previous. He goes to the changeup, and good location on the changeup. See Montero shaking his head. He got lucky fouling that ball off, spoiling a good pitch. Going fastball in again.
Got him. Alex Torres. 1-2 pitch. He punches out Montero.
Yeah, and let's see how he pitched to Miguel Montero. We go pitch by pitch, and you talk about the fastballs early in this count to really set up this whole strikeout. Fastballs in on the first 2. Then he goes fastball up that was just off the plate. Then the good changeup set him up for that fastball in, the 2-seamer. Nice job by Alex Torres.
So Torres comes in. He strikes out Montero. His day is done. Dale Thayer comes in. We'll be back with more baseball from Chase Field in a moment. Padres trying to preserve the lead here. 5-3 is the score. Dale Thayer in relief of Alex Torres.
And Dale Thayer worked an inning in Dodger Stadium on Wednesday night, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout.
Alfredo Marte.
Dale Thayer's been very good out of the bullpen. The last 23 of 33 outings have been scoreless.
You know what you're going to get with Dale. 92, 93 mile an hour heater. He'll come right at you. Marte hitless in 3 trips. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And David Peralta is the runner at first base. Bullpen ERA 2.41, lowest in the National League. Yeah, now even 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Diamondbacks opened up the frame with a base hit by Peralta. Padres got Mark Trumbo fly out. And then Alex Torres struck out Miguel Montero. Remember, fans, tomorrow the Padres are back home. They'll take on the Brewers. 3 games. Padres live the pregame show at 6:30. Eric Stoltz against Kyle Loesch. Hope you'll be able to get out to the park. 2-2. Off the plate. Count now full to Marte.
Yasmani Grandal, the first baseman, holding them on a 3-2 count, 2 outs.
There goes Peralta, and the pitch is fouled away. Marte, just one of those young players the Diamondbacks are assessing here on the back end of their season. 3 young players in the outfield today, Marte and Ciarte Peralta. And again, the pitch fouled back.
Well, you don't see a 2-strike approach by Marte. He is getting after it. You're seeing some longer swings. The curveball right there, fouling that off, but an aggressive approach by the youngster.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at bat. And he fouls it off again. Marte got a little bit of time in the big leagues last season with the Diamondbacks. 22 games, 43 at bats. But Mark, maybe as you pointed out, they maybe became a little enamored of the long ball. Had 20 home runs in 2012 in the minor leagues. So he takes a big swing. 3-2 again. This time back up the middle, and a base hit for Marte, and Peralta, who is running on the pitch, will go to third. And the Diamondbacks with 2 outs have runners at the corners.
Just a really good at bat by Marte. in a big situation. Take a look at that 3-2 pitch again over the middle of the plate, and he works it right back where it came from. Aggressive approach, but a short stroke to the ball right there. Made a good adjustment with a long at bat and a productive at bat.
So with Marte at first base and Peralta at third, Dale Thayer will face Jake Lamb. Lamb 1 for 2, single, walked, scored, 4 for 10 in the series. It's this ball sharply. Solarte to his glove side. Nicely done. It'll retire Lamb. Couple of hits in the inning, but the Padre relievers come through, and it's a 5-3 ball game. Grandal, who will try to make a king out of Ian Kennedy in his homecoming. Already big 3-run home run. As we check out the Bill Howe play of the game, this is it. Yasmani, long ball. You know, he hit a ball very hard in the first. Turned out to be a sacrifice fly, and this time got it out of the ballpark. So Grandal with the Bill Howe play of the game. Grandal also with a walk in addition to that sacrifice fly and the home run. See, Grandal, as Mark has mentioned, taking some good swings and seen it pay off as he'll swing through that one for strike 3 to throw down. One down here at the top of the 8th. So Yasmani with a productive day. Striking out in that at bat. It'll bring up Rene Rivera. Solarte with a hit. Liriano with a hit. Only Nelson and Smith for the starting 8 without hits today.
Well, Mike, we talked about Matt Stites and coming in heavy on the fastball, a high percentage of fastballs. We've seen a nice slider out of the hands of Stites. That's that 2-strike slider right there.
As you mentioned, that big arm. They liked him in San Diego, but pitching can be currency. And Stites was that to get Ian Kennedy. Brewers beat Pittsburgh today. And they're on a plane to head west, take on the Padres. 3-game set begins tomorrow at Petco Park. Eric Stoltz against Kyle Loesch, Tyson Ross, Jimmy Nelson. And Odrisamer Despaigne scheduled to face Yovani Gallardo. You buying the Brewers right now?
Well, right now I have to say they're building my trust. I think it's the Cardinals not playing consistent baseball. You see the Brewer Crew fan right there, but yeah, they've been playing consistent baseball. Ron Renick's got these guys playing hard, getting good pitching, and offensively, this is a lineup that can drive the ball out of the ballpark, score a lot of runs. So yeah, I got to say I'm buying into them right now. It's later in the season, they consistently play solid baseball. They went up to the Dodger Stadium and swept them.
I think, like a lot of people watching the game, just keep expecting them to fade. And as you point out, they just continue to hang around. And at this point in the year, you got to figure they're legit. So we'll get our look at them beginning tomorrow at Petco. Make sure you check us out on Fox Sports San Diego if you're unable to get to the ballpark. Rivera draws a 1-out walk. Kyle Loesch against Eric Stoltz tomorrow. Jimmy Nelson and Tyson Ross will lock horns on Tuesday, and then it's Gallardo and Despaigne on Wednesday. Padres played 10 games now as Will Venable digs in, pinch hitting. 10 games in 11 days on the road. Home now for 10 games. Brewers, Dodgers, and Diamondbacks.
Yeah, with Stites throwing so many of those sliders that we talked about with that tough break, his fastball command has been lost. Montero goes out, has a conversation with him. He's a young man that lacks command at times, and you can see you got to have fastball command at this level, especially coming out of the bullpen. Like so many times we talk about what the Padres have done out of their bullpen and the numbers that they put up. They're strike throwers. They're aggressive. They have out pitches. And that's not throughout the league. And you got to have some guys in the back end of your bullpen to shorten the games.
I tell you, it'd be nice to see Will get a hold of one here. He's 2 for 15 on this road trip. 0 for 3 in this series. Hitting .292 though overall in his last 36 games. And he does hit this ball well, right center field. Back goes Inciarte and Peralta, and this
nice
ball
call
is gone. Will Venable waking up. Third hit, 16 trips on the road trip, and it's a long one. A 2-run home run. Padres lead 7-3.
Well, nice call, partner. Because Will Venable comes up with a huge hit. You see this fastball right down Broadway. He deposits into the pool area. right over the pool. It bounces and ricochets off there, but beautiful swing. Good use of the lower half. Stays through that baseball. Nice swing, Will Venable. We saw a lot of that the second half of the season last year.
Yeah, Will was a team MVP last season. For Will, that's his 6th home run, and for the Padres as a team, their 9th pinch hit home run. So Will Venable put a little cushion in this one. 4 runs now separate these clubs. Chris Nelson 0 for 3. So the long ball really helping San Diego today. A 3-run shot by Grandal and a 2-run shot by Venable.
Mike, let's take a look at the balance. Right, straight through, and then you see that drive through with his bat head, and that is a picture perfect swing. Great balance, great lower half, and Will Venable, a beautiful swing, much needed for the Padres.
Yeah, nice smile. Good to see. Great to see. Congratulations, Will Venable. Pinch hit, 2-run home run. That shows you young pitchers out there. If you're in Little League or so at a high school level, you get up here, doesn't matter how hard you throw. As Nelson down on strikes, as Mark had mentioned, fastball command had been plaguing Stites, and Venable turns one around.
Well, how about crediting Bud Black, inserting him, pinch hitting for Cameron Maben, getting a much needed cushion with the Padres up 7-3.
Amarista back up the middle, diving Gregorius. Base hit. Amarista, second hit today. He's 2 for 4. And what do we see here?
Oh, this is fun to watch. No batting gloves.
He just wanted to grab a club from inside the cave.
Hey, listen, this is you're learning something in the game all the time. I didn't even know Dale Thayer hit left-handed.
Neither did Everett Cabrera.
Yeah, this is fun for the bench. This is when you start watching and you lock in to see what approach. Let's see what kind of style Dale Thayer has. He looks like a statue.
This is fantastic.
I know Darren Balsley, the pitching coach. He wants him to take a hack. Step in the bucket and take a hack.
Come on, Dale. Unlock those knees. The boys are yelling, swing it!
Yeah. Let's take a look at this. The swing, the short stride, and an awful swing by Dale Thayer. I love it. I'm just kidding. Well,
how could that happen? How could that possibly happen, Andrew?
That's it, Dale.
Dale got robbed. Oh, boy. Dale Thayer smiles all around, especially after the big blast. Will Venable, a 2-run home run. Padres lead 7-3. field. A 2-run shot by Will at the top of the 8th inning. And hammering Dale Thayer stays in the game as the pitcher.
That's a beautiful swing by Will Venable. We talked about the balance and using his lower half, and then Dale Thayer not using anything at all. And the guys were having fun in the dugout.
Hey, you know what? For Dale, that was only his 3rd big league at bat.
I think he was probably shocked that Bud Black asked him to go up there. That's why I'm saying it.
You figure he had to borrow a bat.
Yeah, he had to borrow a bat. Probably didn't have a helmet. Was asking for batting gloves. Couldn't get those, so he went up there and said, "I'm not going to use them."
Like a lumberjack up there as Gregorius lifts this ball to center field, and Venable is under it. 1 down here at the bottom of the 8th.
Mike, we're all having good fun because we love Dale Thayer and what he does coming out of the bullpen. He's not there to swing the bat, but they needed him to come in and continue to throw. That's the reason why he had the at bat. But you know what? That's a fun moment for these teams. They play 162 games. You got to have fun in the game, and especially with your teammates. They're still talking about it.
Good to see Dale out there getting some work. Been a couple of days.
Obviously, that scenario is a lot easier after Will Venable deposits the 2-run homer to give him space with a 4-run lead. What a beautiful swing by Will Venable. That had to feel so good to him.
Cliff Pennington is the pinch hitter. Pennington started at second base the first 2 games of this series. And Aaron Hill gets to start at second base today, but Pennington pinch hit here. It's this ball hard right field, and Liriano can only look up. Pennington pinch hit home run. 7-4 Padres. Two-two pitch by Thayer, deposited in the right field seats.
Well, the fastball, let's watch the location on the pitch. Wants it outside and leaks out over the middle of the plate. Pennington barrels the ball up into the right field seats. The second pinch hit home run we've seen on the day. Will Venable and also Pennington.
Certainly highlights the value of Venable's home run. Otherwise it'd be a 5-4 ball game right now.
Yeah, Will Venable is 6th home run on the season. Pennington is 2nd.
Ender and Ciarte 1 for 4. RBI double. Rolls this one over, and Solarte gobbles it up. Over to Grandal. 2 down. As Dale continues to work, Kevin Quackenbush gets loose in the Padre pen. And here's Aaron Hill. Hill 2 for 4. Quackenbush down, Blaine Boyer up in the Padre pen. Redbeard and Joaquin Benoit stretching it out.
Hey, after that fastball got squared up, Dale Thayer goes to the secondary pitch, his breaking ball, the curveball, and it looks very good.
Ball 2 strikes to Hill. Out to right field and foul. Dale Thayer has appeared now in 58 ball games, leading all Padres pitchers in appearances, tied with Torres.
Well, that's what you got to look like, Mike. You look at the bullpen, how it's set up coming out of spring training. You saw that Dale Thayer, the righty-lefty mix with Alex Torres. That's ideal. And you talk about those middle innings, the bridging the gap to your bullpen. Houston Street was here with Benoit. Houston Street is gone and gone to Anaheim, but you see Dale Thayer and Alex Torres in the game today. It's a great mix and match option for Bud Black and his bullpen.
Historically good relievers in San Diego. And the trend continues here in 2014. Here's a 2-2 to Hill. Wrap foul. Saturday, 5:40, Dodgers Padres. It's your mesh hat. Presented by Las Vegas and supported by KSON. You can get your tickets, Padres.com. Down goes Hill. So Thayer touched up with a home run by Pennington. He strikes out Hill, and the Padres lead by 3. Nice offensive showing by the Padres today, leading 7-4. Top of the 9th inning. A lot of guys chipping in behind Ian Kennedy, who was the starting pitcher today. He went 5 2/3, and the Diamondbacks have a new pitcher themselves. It's Yuri De La Rosa.
Yeah, Yuri De La Rosa has held opponents scoreless in the 7 of his last 10 outings. Low 3/4 slot, fastball slider. He will throw the slider early in the count to get me over slider. Here's Will Venable with the big swing of the day. Also Yasmani Grandal with a big homer. Good offense from the Padres today.
It really was. Yangervis Solarte, he's 1 for 3, 4 for 11 in the series. You know, effective use of the hits you do get. You get the long ball. The Padres today with 7 runs on 8 hits. And the Diamondbacks 11 hits, but only 4 runs to show for it. The Padres lost last night 5-2. Only 3 hits, only 4 hits in the first game, a 5-1 loss. So good to see the guys shake out the webs a little bit. Put up a 7 spot here today in the 3rd and final game of the series. Hope you'll keep it right here after the final out. Padres Live, the post-game show. Mark Loretta, Chris Budden. Get the thoughts of the manager, Buddy Black, as his team wraps up this 10-game road trip. Heads home to Petco Park. Action tomorrow under the lights against the Milwaukee Brewers. Trumbo, one down. Brewers at home, then an off day, then the Dodgers, Mark, in Arizona. Getting into crunch time here.
Yeah, and you start slipping into September, which we're going to talk about the September call-ups for the Padres. Read in the paper today, Bud Black expects to bolster the pitching staff, try to get some innings out of some of the younger players and evaluation process. Be interesting to see who the call-ups will be.
So when you talk about the pitching, seems likely we might see young Frank Garces.
Yeah, we saw him with 2 outings in his call-up. Sent back to the minors. You're probably going to see him, a lefty out of the bullpen.
Straight up. Trumbo calling for it. 2 down. Well, the first 2 outs of the inning recorded by Trumbo. That'll bring up Seth Smith. Joaquin Benoit. It's the old soup bone loose in the Padre pen.
Soup bone. I like that.
Benoit, 7 saves. Good to see him out there getting loose. I mean, he's taking some time away, not disabled list time, but just some time away with a cranky shoulder.
Well, there was a possibility he was going to be put on. Even in Los Angeles, they were talking about that. But you're right, Mike. Having that presence in the last 3 outs of the game for Joaquin Benoit, I'm excited to see his appearance today.
Been quiet here at Chase Field, but got significantly more quiet after the Venable home run. Seth Smith, 2-out walk issued by De La Rosa.
Yeah, it looked like the plate was moving around on De La Rosa in that at bat to Seth Smith. Young man, the command with the fastball, always one of those issues for young pitchers trying to establish themselves in the big leagues. Get the easy pop-ups in the first 2 hitters, and then you walk the 3rd hitter. First appearance for Grandal, hitting right-handed today.
Yasmani's got the swing working today. As you pointed out, hit that ball that was a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Still hit it really well into right center field, and then the walk and the big 3-run home run.
Yeah, must have just got off the barrel on his first sacrifice fly, but then the next home run. Wow, it was an absolute shot to right field. If you can't get the fastball over, they go to the changeup just to throw a strike to get back into the count.
As the Padres prepare to host the Brewers tomorrow, the Diamondbacks. It's the brief 2-game set against the Dodgers. Dodgers getting crushed today, 11-3 by the Mets. They had won 3 in a row. Giants beaten badly as well by the Nationals, 14-6. And the Rockies lead the Marlins 7-4. Milwaukee over Pittsburgh 4-3. And the count now full to Yasmani Grandal.
That's the first fastball he's thrown for a strike in the last 9 pitches.
Strike 3. Grandal caught looking. De La Rosa just kind of lulled everybody to sleep, working so deliberately there in the ninth. Joaquin Benoit comes out shooting for save number 8 and a shot at Buddy Black's 600th career win as a manager. Milestone victory today. It's 7-4 right now in the bottom of the ninth. If the Padres can win today, it'd be Buddy Black's 600th career win as a manager. Second most wins already all time for Padres managers. Bruce Bochy the most with 951, and Buddy holding tight at 599.
Yeah, it's going to be a milestone for Bud Black, and hopefully Joaquin Benoit can lock it down for the skipper. See the numbers from Joaquin Benoit, and you see the splits: 167, 161 against both lefties and righties, but has not pitched since Colorado. The homestand has not pitched on this road trip. It's been an interesting outing when you don't have that space between outings. It'll be interesting to see the command for Joaquin Benoit.
And we mentioned it a moment ago as you check out his last 3 outings, that Benoit just calling it a cranky right shoulder. So the team rested him. Clearly did not put him on the disabled list. And first pitch from him after a little time away is a strike to David Peralta. Well, after watching Yuri De La Rosa throw for the Diamondbacks in the top of the frame, Benoit is almost working quickly.
Yeah, that plate started moving on De La Rosa.
Benoit always deliberate and measured, but also very effective. Peralta 2 for 4, couple of singles. Coming up on Padres Live, the post-game show with Chris Button and Mark Loretta. Buddy Black on his overall thoughts on the road trip, at starter Ian Kennedy today, thoughts on Yasmani Grandal, Swinging the bat better. Big home run by Will Venable. A lot to stick around for on the post-game show. Hope you'll join us immediately following the final out here today. Mile high. Solarte puts it away. Always impressive how big league players handle those tall, towering fly balls. They're not easy for any of us who don't play for money.
They're not. So many people do not like those pop-ups, and others really do. Solarte did a nice job gobbling that up on a 3-1 pitch, and Joaquin Benoit gets the first out, a big out.
So one down here at the bottom of the ninth. Here's Mark Trumbo. Another towering fly ball. Shallow left field. In comes Smith, but it'll be Amarista to put it away. 2 down. Two down, Diamondbacks. Down to their final out. Miguel Montero 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts against Benoit. Buddy Black 1 out away.
Well, if you're watching Joaquin Benoit and you're worried about that cranky shoulder, 94 on that last pitch. See the changeup there off the fastball. Looks the same to me, and that's a good sign.
I've heard you say before, that's what just makes him so difficult, that differential in the arm speed with the changeup and the fastball.
Well, we talked to Trevor Hoffman in spring training about Joaquin Benoit, and we asked him who had the best changeup, and it was an easy answer for Trevor Hoffman, which goes a long way and tells you what type of pitch that is. You can see it right there. It just falls off the table.
Benoit has thrown 49 in the 3rd innings, allowed just 28 hits, and has struck out 59.
Well, that's the veteran right there. He takes the changeup down in the strike zone, then he throws it for a strike coming back. A lot of options for Joaquin Benoit with 2 strikes.
Two and two, 2 outs, 3-run Padre lead, bottom of the 9th inning. Padres playing Montero to pull. Got him. Strikes out Montero. That's save number 8 for Joaquin Benoit. 7-4. Padres over the Diamondbacks. Buddy Black. Handshakes all around. Career win number 600. From Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona, we send you back to San Diego for Padres Live. Here's Chris Button. Chris?